Mr. Staples, let's talk about your new album, The Something Rain. It's your third album after your reunion in 2008, and I would like to know, how was the creative process, the recording, and how happy are you with the result?
Wow, that's a big question. I start at the end. I think we're all pretty happy. I don't know about content is the wrong word, but I think for the last 5 years we've been kind of gradually rebuilding, finding kind of a way to make our music in a different way than before, and with different people. And I think that this album is a kind of a culmination of all that work, really, that we arrived in a way of working, a way of thinking about the songs that has been kind of trying to get out, been growing over the last 5 years, you know,
So perhaps I'm wrong, but I have the impression the album sounds, very, very new, very fresh. But on the other hand, I feel this Tindersticks mood. So it reminds me of your first works. So very strong. So am I right?
I think, you know, that the working with, you know, you have your ideas, and I don't think you don't have many choices about what you make. You know, I think in a way, when ideas come to you, songs come to you, it's kind of trying to be true to those ideas, you know, and there isn't much choice in selecting those ideas. They come and find you, and you either take them or you leave them behind. I can't sit down and say, I'm going to write a song about this today. You know, songs come to you, and you have to go with them. You know, so, but I think in a way of working, I think we've kind of developed a way of to find a certain kind of freedom that we had. I think maybe at the beginning, unconsciously, I think we've kind of worked our way back to being in our own universe again. I think, I think is probably the essence of it, is just being in a creative space that, and a space in your mind that to explore and to have a kind of an adventure and see where it takes you, you know, and not being too predetermined about anything. So maybe it's to do with that, you know, but we're kind of different people now than we were then, so we get our kicks in a different way, I think, you know, so.
But this means that The Something Rain is really a very special record for you?
No, I think it's a definite point for us, you know. I think it's you know, I think we've always been moving forward, but I think sometimes we take little steps, you know, and maybe to other people those steps aren't apparent, you know, but for us we're kind of looking at something that we are really interested in. But I think sometimes you're able to take a stride or a leap forward, you know, and I think we feel that about this record, that things kind of came together, and we came together, and kind of it sprang forward, you know.
So Tindersticks are in a way a band of the superlatives. So you were the saddest band of the world, the most epic pop band, and now I read in the Pitchfork review that you are the world's most dignified jam band. So what would you say? Are you really a jam band?
I think there has to be an element of spontaneity in what you do, and I think so, you know, and the way we recorded the album is, you know, we're always recording, even when we don't know what we're doing, and so I think, you know, catching a certain element of spontaneity is always important. So you don't arrive at this conscious state of trying to record a song to capture it, but along the way you have a certain kind of freedom, and that we try to keep those elements within the music. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're a jam band. I mean, I think jamming comes from being a comfortable, competent musician, which we're not really, you know. I think some of us are, but I think for myself and David, you know, we're always, our mind is always ahead of our hands, you know. So we have to figure out how we make this idea with our hands. We can't just kind of play, you know. So well, lots of people can. So, but we're not made like that. So.
Okay, but then, for example, those live shows, how important are they for you, or how important is it to be in front of an audience?
It's, you know, I think it's kind of the essence of what we do, really. I think if you're a musician that you don't take that step and connect with people face to face, everything is kind of abstract, really. I think it's like it's the most difficult thing and the most rewarding thing to do is to play a concert, play your songs to people. Like in front of you, there is a truth there that you can't avoid, and so it takes a kind of a strength to embrace that. But if it works, it's nothing else can give you that feeling of almost like connection with the world, really. You kind of know, you have a sense of your role, your job in this place, you know, whereas I think making CDs is kind of, or you know, making albums is more, it's more of a private thing, more to do with your mind, you know.
I have another question concerning your work with Claire Denis, the French filmmaker. So you made already several soundtracks for her films. How does this soundtrack work has an influence on your work as a musician? Is a song in a way also a short film sometimes?
Oh no, you know, definitely. I think that's. I think the working with Claire, it's kind of punctuated the last 16 years, and when we kind of asked to make something for her, it always takes us into a certain kind of unknown, like to a different part of our music, and then that feeds into like making our own music again. So it's been a real conversation through it that, and I think even it's very apparent to me on this new album with the Something Rain that songs like Medicine and Frozen, I don't think they would have been able to exist without working on Claire's last film, which was White Material, which really asked us to kind of explore a more kind of abstract kind of like pulled apart kind of side of our music. I think when we came to making this album, the arrangements for Medicine, Frozen, just the way of thinking about them was very much in her relationship to that. So I think that's run all the way through, like what we've done, yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Staples.